Hey guys! You're now hearing the voice of RyeTaran, also known as Howling Wolf 201 on Deviantart. I don't really have much to say in advance, other than I really do apologize if I mispronounce any of these names. So let's move on to the questions. First question's from Bambino Chino. Who is your YouTube inspiration? That's definitely going to be a hard question because there are really just so many animators and just overall people on YouTube who I really enjoy watching, just what they create. I guess in regards to animators, some of the people I really enjoy the work of is Dark Mane the Werewolf, Dark Purple Kitty, Fiddle Griffin Animation, Ginja Ninja OWO, it's face, so. Kyra, Snaz Apple Sweet, and Nifty Senpai. Those are only some of the animators. There's just so many people out there. I guess some non-animator inspirations are just people like My Hearto, Markiplier, Game Grumps, Epic Rap Battles. There are just way too many people for me to list here, because there are just so many people who do just great things that can be inspiring. Like, in terms of animation, some people have super smooth animation that I know must take hours to draw because that's just so many frames. And other people might not, they might not do all those in-between frames, but instead they have, really creative transitional effects, or just their video in general is really creative. Some people have both. And while I know that, I'm still working my way to making my art and animation, making it better, and so it's always inspiring to see others doing the same, and then finally achieving that state of super epic awesomeness. But I don't know, so I guess what I'm just trying to say is, everyone's inspiring to me. You're all great. Keep it up. So, next question. Second question is from My Universe in a Box. The first question. How many OCs do you have? And I know what you mean. I have a good deal of characters, especially over the years that I've been drawing. I guess some of my main ones, probably, not including adopted characters, ones that I've actually created myself, is, my Persona Hal, Beastie, Prince, the Shifter character that you guys have probably seen a lot, Palette, Zamiku, and Entio. And I've, of course, had many more, but they're sort of more story characters. And the second question is, when did you start to animate? The date that I have as when I first started animating is, I believe, June of 2009. So I'm going on 6 years as an animator as of next June. Question from Caracal Meowsif. The question is, will you dance with me? And my response is, if you so wish it, then it shall be. Possibly. It's kind of hard to the internet. We can try. We'll find a way. Austin Wang asks the first question, what is your favorite art medium, such as painting, digital, pencil, etc.? Traditionally I really enjoy working with, just pencil, everyday sketching, but I also like using pens and watercolors. Digital definitely makes it easy to just start an art project whenever you get the motivation for it, whereas with watercolors and other painting mediums, you have to set everything up, make sure you have everything ready, then you get started on it, and once you're done, you have to pack it all up. So digital's definitely a lot easier. The next question is white meat or dark meat? I would say dark meat because white meat can definitely be too dry for me at times. Lion Mushrooms asks, how did you come up with your persona? She looks amazing. You guys are seriously too nice, and you're all amazing. I don't think I've said that enough. I've actually had this persona since about the time I joined Deviantart. I think it was late 2008 or so. Her first few designs were kind of terrible. Yeah, they were a little wonky. Her design and markings mostly stayed the same for a few years before I really got the courage to do any sort of changes. Then she kind of got her most recent change a little over a year ago, and she's stayed that way since. I'm really liking it now, and that's what you see her as now. Ta-da! She's pretty much just a mix of a bunch of creatures as of now. and I've worked her markings to a sort of design that I enjoy. So that's that one. FirefoxMD, hello friend. You ask, what are your future plans for animating? I guess I'll answer the first part of that. I want to eventually work in the field of video games, films, shows, possibly with animations, possibly not. Not entirely sure. The second part of that question is, would you host a map or do a really big animation or just keep on going? YouTube-wise, I'm definitely interested in holding a map at some point. I don't know when. There are a few songs I've found where I might do it, but I don't know. It depends on if my schedule and everything decides to cooperate. But I have had some larger animations planned out, whether it's just like music video sort of thing or like an actual, like a mini story that I want to do. But that's definitely for the future. Your second question is, would you be up for another late night animation derp with one Zanny Brainy? Did I say that right? I think so. Yes. But anytime, mi amigo. And for those of you who don't know, FirefoxMD, or she's also known as Zantagarong on Deviantart, is the one who collaborated with me on this video. This fantastic thing that now currently has over 600 views. You're all amazing! And the second to last question from Rakusauru. You ask, who are your biggest inspirations when it comes to animating? How about art inspirations? Really no problem for doing this, and like, I'm not sure if I've said it enough, but I really appreciate all the support from you guys. It really keeps me going, and it's so great to be supported. A lot of my animation inspirations I listed earlier in the video. Well, I listed some of them. A few more are like people like Hulu Rishi, Lupus Vulpus, Nonchuck14, Nikini Cole 1, Panimated, Red Kyokitty, Shady Alpha, Squizzy, and so many more. Like, just go and look at the people I'm subscribed to. They're all amazing. Some of them need so many more subscribers, and it's so great. In regards to art inspirations, some people, like a lot of these guys are on DeviantArt. Mute Owl, Xiao Shen, Greek Celtic, Run and Wine, Hantour, and like I've said 15 times now, there are so many more because there are so many great people out there, and you're all inspiring, and you're just great. Last question from Lightless Sun. You ask, how do you animate? My animation is kind of the way I go about doing it's very similar to everyone else, and it's just storyboard it out, keyframe it, then in between frames if you want to. Definitely, I suggest using a reference. That can be a huge help if a motion just isn't looking right. Like, I particularly find the slow motion videos to be the most helpful. I can stop it and play it as I need to make sure I'm getting those motions correct. The second question is, what do you use to animate? I use Photoshop CS6 to draw my frames, and then I import them into Premiere Pro 6, and then I edit them as I need. And the next question is, what do you use to just draw digitally? Just to draw digitally. Again, I use Photoshop, and I also use a Wacom Bamboo Fun tablet. I've had this thing about 5 years, so I've had a lot of experience with it. It's kind of dying on me, which is sad. I love it. Like, I know, not that I love it dying, I love this piece of technology. It's fantastic, but it's also finicky in a butt sometimes. So that's what I used to draw. So this question disappeared from the comments on my 500 plus lovely followers Q&A video. I don't know if that was YouTube doing something or if it was something else, but it reappeared. So I'm going to go ahead and answer it, even if it's a bit out of order. The question is from Peter Volpone. Your question was, how is college going? College is going pretty okay. Double majoring definitely takes a lot more time than I was expecting, and it definitely makes finals terrible. But overall, it's going pretty good. Learning a lot of stuff. It's pretty fun. So one last thank you guys for all your comments, all your support, every time, like I said in the previous video, every time I get a like, I get a comment, I get anything really on my videos to show that you guys are watching them and enjoying them, it really, like, that's the biggest inspiration to me. So, huge thank you. Said it too many times now. I'm sure you're sick of hearing it, but I don't care. You're fantastic. Everyone's fantastic. Yeah. Thank you.